Okay, I am done. Fine. So, can I start recording the class?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Just yeah, yes, just a minute.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's start. Are you able to see this screen properly?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just a minute. Okay. Now, screen is you can see properly. Just
Yes, sir.
yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, very good. Okay, fine. So we are back. Today is the third lecture in this series. So what we did last day, we covered few things. Uh, just a minute. Hold on. Let me. Yeah, it is working now. So last day what we have covered. Maybe I can recap from the beginning. And all the slides have been taken from mainly two books, Engineering Mechanics Statics by Merriam and Craig, and Vector Mechanics for Engineers, Statics by Beer and Johnston. So we have started with mechanics basic category like rigid body, static dynamics, deformable bodies, fluid mechanics, some basic concepts like space, time, mass, force, then concept of the rigid body we have discussed. Then there are six fundamental principles we told. Then some unit conversions, then concept of scalar vectors, then free vector, sliding vector, fixed vector. We can add many vectors into some resultant, or one vector can be decomposed into two vectors and many more. And three-dimensional coordinate we can use, or two-dimensional case also we can use. So force, internal force, external force, principle of transmissibility, then some action and reactions, concurrent forces, some other type, non-concurrent, collinear, non-collinear, those things we have discussed for systems like this. Rectangular components we have discussed. We got some results and some exercise we have solved. Then we told some moment. Like for moment, we have few words: moment center, moment arm. Okay. Then if momentum is zero, there will be no effect of moment. Moment mainly try to rotate the body. If it is in fixed, not able to rotate, or if it is free, it will rotate. Or based on the degrees of freedom. So we told here DOF, degrees of freedom. So what is degrees of freedom? If we want to define that, that is the number of degrees of freedom of a mechanical system is the number of independent coordinate we required to specify the complete configuration of the systems. Like the number of degrees of freedom of any mechanical system is the number of independent coordinates needed to specify complete configurations of the systems. Then this is moment is a cross product. That's the principle of moment, that is Varignon principles we have discussed. We have solved some problems, and we have seen that moment arm, magnitude, the force, and also that moment arm multiplication of these two is the moment. Now let's have some examples. Like if you see these structures, basically this structure says that very interesting. This is a cross section, same cross sections. Here this is cross section is like this. The material has been added like this. Maybe this cross section also, this cross section maybe it is having some thickness T, maybe that is constant here. So this is the reinforcement added. But question is why this length is less, this length is more. Okay, this is also another similar type of examples. Here, okay, here it is cross section is more, it is cross section less. Even if you consider here, the aircraft also, they have the wing, left and right wings, they are having also here. This length is very higher than this. Okay. Similar other examples here also very interesting. This cross section is more, here it is less. Here also you can see that the geometry is looking like that. This also very nice that even our human body is also this cross section is relatively less compared with this. Okay, and leg is having higher cross sections. Okay, compared with your hands. Why? Because load carrying capacity, it is adaptation process. The load carrying capacity will be more here. I'll tell you with some very simple example. Say, this is the structure, it is fixed here. Okay, and I have applied some load here. I will simplify further this problem like this. This is fixed. I have applied some force P or F, no problem. So, and maybe that has been applied at the end, assume here at the end. Now you consider from this to this x-axis like this. So moment, this is the section xx, and this is x. Moment mx, if I define, that is minus f multiplied by x. Okay, why minus? Clockwise. So force multiplied by momentum, let it be, we are moving from here to this way and momentum is changing. So this x is basically from 0 to some value say L, that indicates this is total length L. Okay, it is the total length L. So what is that? M minimum, forget about the sign, that is 0, and M max, that is F L. Okay, maybe magnitude wise I am considering. That indicates if someone want to draw one diagram, we called bending moment. Why bending moment? This moment is causing some bending here. Okay, we call bending moment diagram. BM. If I draw that one here for simplicity, I am drawing here. So it's supposed to have this way variations. It's supposed to have variation like this. So this is FL and this is 0. Maybe I'll represent like this values. So when you are from center, from say 0, like this point, say A, this is B, so this is point B, and this is point A. When you are moving to from B to A to B, it is changing. Linearly, it is changing because it is governing equation is F multiplied by X. Actually, when we are considering this cross section, you are taking moment with respect to say this point. When you are considering this cross section, you are taking moment with respect to this point, and this is the final one. So this is the end point. So it is very well known or well understood now by their students that when this moment is the maximum, moment is having some maximum value, then the stress also will be generated maximum due to the bending here, bending moment. So this is the maximum stress generation point. This will be the minimum stress generation point at the 0. That's why if say I am simplifying this, I have applied some force here. If I draw the and this is here, this is x from here, this is x. So here the curve will be like this. So that indicates maximum moment will come here. So maximum stress also will occur here. So if this hand, okay, somehow due to this this is heavy load, don't try this heavy load. But if it breaks and if it stays, we assume it will break from here, from the root. That's why root supposed to have stronger than the tip. If I say this is the tip, that is a basic principle. That is the basic principle of the movement, and due to adaptation, our human body that shape becomes like this for hand. Okay, and and for this basically legs, it is compressive force, and maybe it may buckle also. We call the axial compressive member, column like kind of things. Okay, so in that column you will be learning that based on some sort of parameter of the cross section and the length, it may buckle also. Okay, that's why we need this diameter or cross sections. That's why we call radius of gyration, least radius of gyration. That I'll tell you later. So by adaptations, our human body figure is looking like this. Now this is the natural adaptation process. Now you come to any of the examples. Say here it is very simple, but if I add like this and apply some force here, okay, or maybe I am applying some force here. So these portions, cross sections, the bending moment will be less. This will be maximum. Okay, that's why the shape is like this. Same thing is valid here, here also. Come back here. Okay, so that is the reasons we made this reinforcement we called, and the shape we have given like this. Now come here. Even when any aircraft it is experiencing aerodynamic force. Okay, so some force will be from the top, some force will be from bottom, and as this is the lift, it will fly. This basically this force will not be like this. This will be looks like this, some suction force, and this is some positive pressure. And this type of pressure also, this is the analogous to the beam. Okay, bending problems. So its shape supposed to be such that here the bending moment will be less. Maximum bending moment will be at the root. So this is the shape designed by the aircraft professionals. Okay. So another problem, another issue here it is that from the aerodynamic shape, I'm not talking about that. From the aerostructure point of view, this shape has come due to the moment. Okay. So is it clear to you with all these examples why this moment when it is severe, and based on that as a designer, you have to design the structures, and of course you have to consider the effect of the moment. Okay, you have to understood that you have to understand that which location bending moment will be maximum. Make the contour such that it will be having it's capable of taking that type of load. Okay, so
Understood.
Yes, another examples. Very simple examples. Say I'm considering this is the light post. You assume this is the light post. Okay. Now, light post is having some weight, or maybe I'm adding some weight. So that load need to be transferred. That load need to be transferred from that point entirely to the root, ground. We called load path. And that load path concept is valid for entire all the structures. Even here also. Here what is happening from this and this, everything will be, load will be transferred to the fuseless sections. We call, okay. But when this load path is looking like this, and load path will be responsible for creating the stresses, whether high stress or low stress, etc. Now you listen carefully. From this to this, if I draw bending moment diagram, maximum bending moment will be this. So maybe somebody can plan like this. Let's have shape like this. I am increasing the cross sections such that it can take that type of load. Okay. For this case also, maybe I'll draw from here. This is the cross section. I am showing side view. Okay. Like this. Like this. Then like this. Maybe little thin, maybe like this, and this is the load. Have you now you whenever you will go, you can notice that even light post many times this cross section is not same. This is the maximum, then intermediate, then minimum. Okay, and many times you have seen that. Can you hear me? Is it okay? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sometimes you have
Yes,
seen
sir.
that. Yeah. The light post are two ways they have given like this. If it is two way like this, here one light post, here one light here, then these two load maybe resultant will pass through this. There will only compressive force. So bending tendency will be less. But if you have this, probably you can feel that if load is used, then this structure might be bent like this, might be bent like this. So now consider the trees. Even at the time of raining, storm, etc. You many times you have seen that this fluctuating. The trees are fluctuating, and you look at the trees. It is very interesting to see that in this year, the small parts, like the leaves, they are very thin. But when it will come to this root, it is having very thin cross sections. That way, you can consider this is a tree, and this is solid one. Okay, this is very thick, and this is very strong enough to resist against the storm and the wind. That way, that is the basic concept. Even the natural plants also, they are adapted because they have to survive themselves against this bending load. Okay, so with this, maybe I can consider that bending load portion is over. Now, another type of force you can see, when there are two forces, this and this, they are having a same magnitude but in opposite directions. They are acting with some distance. Same magnitude, say 8 Newton, 8 Newton, they are acting with, they are separated by some distance, and they are not concurrent. Sorry, they are not collinear. They are not collinear. Line of actions are different. So if it is D, and say if it is D, okay, then these two of same magnitude forces in opposite sign with some, and they are having some, their line of actions are not same. If they are acting like this, there will be called pure rotational tendency. And that is called couple. That is the definition of the couple. So couple is produced. What is couple? The moment produced by two equal, opposite, and non-collinear forces is called couple. Okay. So, and of course, couple is nothing but movement, two forces, same magnitude, opposite directions, but they are not. They are not collinear, they are non-collinear. Okay, and how we can calculate the value of the magnitude of the couple? So take any arbitrary point. Here I have taken O, and this distance is D. Take first moment this to this, and this force and this force, this and this, you imagine. Okay, I will write this way. This is the first force here, and this is the point. So it will try to have moment like this with respect to point O clockwise. Now if I apply this, okay, if they apply this, it will try to have anti-clockwise moment. I'm writing here say M1, this is M2, this is minus F1, so this is F, and this F, they are having same magnitude, opposite directions. This minus sign is for directions. So as I told, this will be plus anti-clockwise, and this is clockwise, it will be minus. Now if I take moment with respect to this, so M will be first of all this minus F, this multiplied by A, plus F multiplied by A plus D equal to F T. Now this FD is positive. Look, this is positive because this and this will produce counterclockwise moment, and that is coupled because the two equal forces, opposite directions, non-collinear. Now I have considered O. If I consider O, that means your momentum is accordingly A and A plus D, correct? And the moment, so this couple for moment is passing through this point, and that is perpendicular to the plane we are considering. So see, if it is X plane, this is Y plane, and this is the perpendicular Z plane, perpendicular towards me, say for towards me, okay, or away from me. So from it is coming out from the surface or going into the surface. So this is the point we have considered. So this couple is passing through this point, and that is perpendicular to the surface. Now similarly, you consider another point, O prime. You will see in that case also that couple or moment, resultant moment will be FD. If you consider here O double prime, then also we'll see that the magnitude is same. But what is the difference? Here it is passing through this point O, perpendicular to the plane. Here it is passing through O prime, perpendicular to the plane. Here it is passing through O double prime, perpendicular to the plane. That indicates in this, I can have infinite number of points I can consider as the moment center, and I calculate the couple, but magnitude will be same. Is not it? So what about the directions? Direction is perpendicular to the plane. What is the sense? Always it is counterclockwise. But what it is changing? Changing is line of action is changing. But all are same, all are equivalent. Whether point O as the momentum, O prime as the momentum, or O double prime as the momentum, this line of actions are different, but they are equivalent. That is called, that couple can be considered as the free vector, because once you have a one plane and the couple always passing through any of the point lying on that plane, and it is always perpendicular to the plane. So couple is a free vector. Couple is a free vector. Is it clear to you?
So could you repeat, like I didn't get the logic of how couple is a free vector?
Yeah, sure. Say I want to calculate couple. So first of all, I have considered one point O as the moment arm, center of the moment center. Then I have calculated some value. FD is the magnitude, counterclockwise. Next point, I have considered another point O prime as the moment center. You calculate the couple, value is same, magnitude is same, direction is also same. Only for O double prime also it is true, but for O prime, O double prime, because O point itself was arbitrary. You see in this picture, O point itself was arbitrary. If O point is arbitrary, O point can be located any place lying on the plane.
Yes,
So,
sir.
what, isn't it? O
Yes,
is O is arbitrary point. So O can be here, here, anywhere. That means whatever the moment center you are considering, the value of the couple, that is F multiplied by D, magnitude and direction and sense, everything will be same. That's why for any moment center, like O prime, O double prime, your moment is passing through that particular point and it is perpendicular to the plane, because 2D problem we are solving here. So that means line of action can vary. Line of action of couple can vary, but effect is same. That's why couple can be considered as a free vector. Is it clear?
yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Yeah, very good. Very good. So once you have any doubt, you should ask questions. Okay. Thank you. Who asked? I encourage my students to ask questions. Okay. Thank you. Who asked the questions? Okay. Next is,
Sir, I have a
yeah,
question from
sure,
previous slide about
yes,
the aircraft problem.
yeah, yeah,
You told about movement.
yeah.
Sir, why the wings are shaped like this V? Why they are not like straight? Is it's about something a moment?
I told some portions are aerodynamic point of view. I want to focus only aerostructural point of view. Yes, that has come from the aerodynamic concept. Okay.
Okay, sir, understood.
Understood. So the person who are aerodynamic specialist, they will explain why it is we call that it is not straight, it is inclined like that. Okay. From that, from the vortex flow, okay, streamline flow, and also to get required amount of lift, this structure has been designed like this. Okay. We
Okay,
told
sir.
as the structural group, we told yes, due to the moment, this section should be thinner than the root. That's all I can say. But you are right. Why not? Why not like this? Sorry, not like this. 1 minute. Why it is not like this? Okay, aerodynamic people told no, this is not good. This is not the good one, good design. This is the good design. Understood? So we
Yes,
stand
sir.
alone, we cannot do anything. Okay, that's why I just skip that portion. Okay,
Okay,
very
sir.
good for asking question. Any other question? Any other questions? No.
No, sir, no.
Okay, I can move then. Sure. Okay, now say the way I told here directly I have multiplied and I have shown. Now here I want to show same thing with some concept of position vector r. Sorry, position vector r. Actually, this is the position vector. This is nothing but ra plus rb. This position vector r, I want to write like this. R is this r is ra plus rb. Is it ra? What others say? This way I'll write. Let me check. RB plus, because as this figure is saying, RB plus R, the resultant is RA. Sorry, I should write this way. Okay, not this. Because here this plus this, that is the resultant. Okay. Now, when I want to take moment with respect to say this point, I can write this way that I want, one is here, one is here. Okay. Actually, for this point, for say particular this point, this is the moment Ra multiplied by F anticlockwise. this RB multiplied by F minus already considering that anti-clockwise concept. This. That is RA minus RB cross product of F, and this is basically R. That's why that way also from the vector concept cross product somebody can reach to this. Whatever I told here, that has been done in using this vector calculus. Now, as I told, so this is counterclockwise, this is clockwise. Maybe I'll write this is the plus, this is the minus. I am using this sign. Okay, some books can use reverse. But if you stick with any of the concept, maybe with this itself, counterclockwise positive and clockwise is negative, then it will be very easy to understand all the things. Or else, if you are confused with when you will consider positive, or which one you will consider negative, or you mug up in between, then when your problem is complicated with many expressions, you may reach to some wrong expression, and your expression will be wrong. Okay, so always use this concept. So like somebody can write this, somebody can write moment expression like this, or maybe people can write this way also. Same, these are equivalent. So this clockwise, this is equivalent. Or other way I can say this is, so this is minus F, this is F, and this is the moment or couple. Any point, this couple is here it is been shown this way. I may have this point also, I may have couple like this, I may have this, this point also, I may have couple like this, all are same. Okay, that's why it is free vector, because this line of action I can change. Direction I cannot change, but line of action I am changing. All are parallel to this one. If it is so, say like I have d distance here, it is F minus F, I can have this one concept that is equivalent to this and this, because this and this will produce basically counterclockwise moment. So these are equivalent. Or if it is here and here, okay, here and here, so it will create same moment. If it is this and this, 2f and d by 2, then also same magnitude and direction sense are same. So those are called equivalent systems. So these are the equivalent cases of the couple. That means I can one way I can present couple here, I can couple here, maybe I can couple at the bottom also. Okay, all will give same sort of effect. Effect will be same. Is it okay? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we call force couple systems. Okay, I will give you another examples. So I have applied some force here. Okay. Now this force will give and this length is L minus FL. That moment it will produce here. That I know. Okay. Now somebody can consider that some here I want to consider one force F, another force F, or it is, if you consider one positive other negative, no issue. Maybe this is X and this is Y coordinate. Now it is imaginary two forces I am considering here. One is F, other is minus, or this way. Now you look, if you consider this as a whole, this is equivalent to minus SL moment, is not it? Somebody sound I can see. Kindly mute yourself. Okay, everybody can mute yourself. Unless you are asking question, let you mute yourself. Okay. So this is the F multiplied by L. So that is equivalent to, somebody can write, I don't want to consider this force. I have only this force plus couple M. This is force F along with some couple. That means this force this force from here, I want to translate from here to here. I am translating force here to here. Then for this translation, same force, say vertically downward, I have plus one moment will be added. One moment will be added. Why this moment will be added? Due to the shifting of the forces, provided this is rigid body structures. If it is rigid body structures, I can translate the force from one to another. Those are parallel. So that force along with one couple will, this force plus couple will be the equivalent systems. Do you understand this point? Okay, I will tell you these examples. I have one force. At this point, I am assuming two same magnitude but different directions, F and minus F, they are, and B is located perpendicular distance from A as the value of B. This line of action distance is D. That means this force and this force will produce one couple. If these two forces are producing one couple, that can be replaced by couple only. That means there is one couple, but remaining force is there F. But that at B, initially B there was no force, but we got force F here itself. That means from this to this we have translated the force. This point to this point we have translated the force. What is the effect for that? This F force remain applied here plus one clockwise couple of F multiplied B has been added. That is called the equivalent systems. We call this is force couple systems. That means force from one place to other place, we are, let us say this way, we can shift the line of action of any force to a particular other locations. But the equivalent system will be that force plus some couple. Very nicely you can assume that this F multiplied by L. So what the structure is experiencing here? It is experiencing that force plus couple. Let's go back here. You will understand. Let me check any simple problem from here. Okay. Maybe I will tell you. You assume that only vertical force here we are having, say F. Okay. But if I want to translate from these two, then we can ignore this. Nothing is there. It is having this force plus. So, like I'll do some exercise for you. So what I am assuming that two forces like this. So this and this will be cancelled out. So this and this will produce counterclockwise moment plus. So plus F multiplied by 1.6 meter. Okay, F may be in Newton. So that is equivalent system will be that force, same force plus one couple will be added. Now plus or minus it will depend upon your clockwise or anti-clockwise moment you are getting. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I understand it.
Yes. That's why many times very long structures with heavy load, okay, that is not allowed. That is not advisable. What will happen? It will try to bend easily because moment will be higher. So what people do many times, I'll tell you this way. So this is the one view. Maybe this is X and Y. And I want to draw here. This is X and Y. X, Y. Then this will be say Z. And this is X. This view, what I'll do, I'll not put this view here. This types of shape I'll not keep. To get the optimum value, I will keep the top view like this as per the design purpose. Understood? we call equal strength geometry. We call equal strength geometry. Now, this will be the equal strength geometry. Whatever the geometry you got here, that is the equivalent case of this one. Got it? That tapered one.
Yes,
people
sir, got it.
Yeah. Got. So tapered one people got from this. Let's go back here. We are here. One force we can, from one force we can have force couple systems. Okay. Now next is resultant. Already we discussed. So there are two forces we can have resultant using parallelogram, triangular law, or maybe polygon. Now resultant are vector form, it is like this, or scalar form, it is this, 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 and this. We told this before also. Now very interesting observations. Say I have one body, you are considering 2D for simplicity. There are three forces, F1, just a minute, F2 and F3. Okay, F1, F2, and F3, F1, F2, and F3. They are say coplanar, but they are not concurrent, okay, or collinear. They are different. Now, I want to consider moment from any point. Say, for example, from this point O. From this point O. Now, I want to draw. I see this is the force and this is the rigid body. So this force from the along the line of action, I can extend the force. I can see from the line of actions, I can extend the force considering the properties of the transmissibility. Now, if I can add either these directions or I can extend like this direction, whatever you want. Now, from this point, F1, F2, F3, there are three perpendicular distance. From O, from F1 it is D1, for F2, this F2 it is D2 perpendicular distance, for F3 it is D3. Okay. Now, from the concept of here, force couple systems, okay, from the concept of force couple systems, let's tell you this way, this is the F, this is the D. I can have this idea that I have force F, so this and this, so this and this will create M equal to Fd. So what I assume here one force, here one force, this and this will produce clockwise moment. Maybe you can consider negative also, clockwise. So considering this concept, this point, I can shift this F1, the line of action I can shift like this. Let's take parallel line here. Then F1, you consider these two are parallel. F1 can be shifted, line of action can be shifted from this to this plus one couple. So this is the F1 plus couple is M1 D1. Sorry, F1 D1. That is M1 first moment. Sorry, first couple F1 D1. F1 D1. From this it is clockwise. Now for F2 it will be, if I shift here this F2, it will be F2 plus this. So like I am considering this will be anti-clockwise. Which one? Yes, this is the anti-clockwise. So you can understand this is the clockwise, this is the anti-clockwise. For F3 here, so I will consider this parallel line like this will be presented this. So this is clockwise. This is the clockwise. Understood? Now everything is passing through O. O is the moment center. So if it is passing through O, algebraic sum.
Yes, sir.
It is algebraic sum. So anti-clockwise will be negative. Yeah.
Sir, can you please repeat the anti-clockwise explanation?
Okay.
I get the clockwise, anti-clockwise I couldn't get
Okay,
it.
okay, I'll tell you. So if this is the force here, okay, this is the momentum. So that will try to, this moment will try to rotate like this, correct? Now this one you extend like this. It is only this. Now you extend to make one circle. You feel this is the sense, and this is counterclockwise, is not it?
Yes, sir.
Now, if I apply this with this point, this, then sense is like this. Now you complete the circle. It is counterclockwise. Counterclockwise or anti-clockwise are same. Okay.
Okay, sir, I get it.
Now you come here for D1. If I separate it out, F1, F1, F1. This is D1. Okay. These two will create this, and this plus F1. So this is clockwise. That is this. F1 is this. Okay. Similar way for F2 here. This is the F2. This F2, 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 D2. So this and this will produce. This is the F2. This and this will produce this counterclockwise. That is this. See, it is shown only this, but if you try to make it circle, you will get the feeling of the clockwise or anti-clockwise better way. So this is the F2. This is this for this F3. F3 O is here, correct? O is here. O is here. So F3, 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 D3. So this and this will produce this along with F3. That means if I do this, this is clockwise. This is this and this is this. Okay. Now we are getting algebraic sum. If I am getting algebraic sum, summation of moment. Okay. Summation of moment 0 equal to, anti-clockwise I have to take F2 D2 minus, or sorry, write this way. This way F1 D1 plus F2 D2 minus F3 D3. So summation M0, MO basically, that is, this is the minus, this is plus, and this is minus. You can get some value. Okay. I am representing everything as a whole. Maybe one is like one is positive, two are negative. Maybe as a whole it is positive. It is negative clockwise. That's why I can show this way. This is my assumption. I can consider in other way also, because I don't know F1 value, F2 value. Here I can write summation FD. Summation FD. I don't know F1 value, F1, F2, F3 value, D1, D2, D3 value, but I am assuming as a whole it is anti-clockwise. Okay. It is, it is clockwise. Now, if it is clockwise, then with respect to O, I can get moment couple resultant this, and what is the force resultant R? R will come F1, F2, F3. If you know, you can consider summation Fx, summation Fy, then square root summation Fx square plus summation Fy square, theta or phi equal to tan inverse summation Fy by summation Fx. That way this resultant force and magnitude you can get. Force and magnitude you can get. This one. One is resultant of force, other is resultant of couple or moment. Here it is couple. Now if you are getting this and this, and you are passing through this point. Now what I want to do, I want, finally here I have some moment plus force. I want such that I want another shift. After shifting, it should have something that it is only one resultant force, no couple at all. So another shift I want to do in reverse way now. I have one force and couple. I want to shift it. I want to make it to the only force. How can we do that? Maybe some rough calculation I can do that. Okay, maybe this is the O point. Now this is the O point. Initially, I'll write this is O point, and we have some couple here. This O point, some couple here. Now you imagine that this one I want to reach from the previous stage. I will do back calculations. How? So this is the scenario. Now this is the O. I may have, this is the O. Two cases. This is the O. Either I have to shift this direction. Sorry. I want to write the parallelly like this. This is the so O point. So either I have to shift in these directions or I have to shift in these directions. Okay. Either I have to shift this direction. Let's see from here. If initially I need some space, let me check. Erase, I can erase it, just a minute. Because this is little bit tricky, last one. They have shown these two, they have shifted these directions. We have to justify which directions. Because based on the magnitude, it may vary. We cannot make it arbitrary. We will do some back calculations to get this. This is the first time I am erasing like this for you, okay? Or else I supposed to go next page. But if I go to the next page, the concentration will break for you. Just it may take some time, but it would be nice if I do the same exercise here, the same page itself. Okay. Now they told this is the force. So what I can do, I can write this is the force point O, this is the force F. Say it is having along with some couple here, that directions. Now let's assume initially force was this. Okay, I'll show you different way. You will understood. Okay, so
I understand till C, sir. I understood A, B, and C, but I'm unable to understand how we got from C to D.
I'm doing that. I'm trying for this only. I understood. Okay, this exercise. That's why I erased. Okay.
Okay.
So I see from this either that point will be here or here. I am doing some back calculations. Which direction it will be? So okay. Maybe I'll draw one line like this, and this is one point. Say for example, this is one force here, okay, and I am assuming two forces F and F here. So that is equivalent to, I want to shift from this to this. That is equivalent to one force, and this will create counterclockwise force, counterclockwise moment, is not it? If I want to move here to here, so initially I have here, then I consider one point here, then this force will remain here, and this will produce counterclockwise moment. You agreed?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes,
Yes,
fine.
sir.
Next
Yes,
example,
sir.
yes, next example you consider. This is case A. this another condition is force has sorry. This is the force we have applied. I am considering another point here. Two imaginary line F. So what will happen? This is equivalent to this force and this force will produce one couple, clockwise couple along with this force, isn't it?
Okay.
This is case B. Now you are here. Now tell me from C2 will go only standalone forces by some lateral perpendicular parallel shifting of force. We want to change the line of action, which will be parallel but location will be different. So case B or case A is valid for this. This one, force plus moment is the final one. This and this. Which one is related to this? You tell me. This case and this case. These two cases, which one is this?
So I think it's case B.
Case B.
Case B.
Case B. That
Clockwise.
means
Yes, sir. It will be case B.
if it is case B, this is the point O. This is the point O. So you have to shift this direction. This is the point O. They have shifted this direction. Okay. They have shifted these directions, and the relationship was M0 equal to resultant multiplied by D. So D is M0 by D. That is the expressions. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt by anybody? I can explain once again. Okay, let me explain. First of all, we have three forces here in 2D plane, F1, F2, F3. We have considered one arbitrary point moment center O, where the perpendicular distance from force F1, F2 and F3 are D1, D2 and D3 respectively. Okay, this D1, D2, D3 can be calculated by drawing the perpendicular on the extension of the line of actions of F1, F2 and F3. Now we would like to shift the force F1, F2 and F3 line of actions which is passing through point O. To do so, we can shift, say, for example, F1, force is parallel to F1 plus it will be added with some couple, that one F1 D1, and that is F1 D1 is clockwise direction, negative side. Similar way for F2 and F3 also we can translate, and it can pass through point O. As a result, we can get two additional moment, F2 D2 that is positive anti-clockwise, F3 D3 that is negative clockwise. As a whole, from F1, F2, F3 magnitude, we can calculate resultant, because now F1, F2, F3 they are concurrent forces. We can get the resultant R along with its magnitude and directions from the law of whatever law you want, summation Fx, summation Fy and resultant. Now these three moments which are also passing through point O, the moment term point O and which is perpendicular to the plane, they are supposed to have algebraic sum. So we can get algebraic sum of these three couples summation Fd and whatever magnitude you can get. Let's consider that figure C is giving the representation of the magnitude of resultant plus direction, and this moment M0 is the representation of the resultant clockwise moment. Now we would like to have another shape of the moment line of actions of the force such that instead of force couple system is supposed to have only force systems. For that one, this is the correct representation of shifting of this resultant R by the distance D, which is D is lying like this. Any doubt here after this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay,
No,
very
sir.
good,
No.
very good, very good.
No, sir.
Okay,
No, sir.
very good, very good. Okay, next moving. Principal moments you already know. Berignan theorem we will use. This is for force. This is for moments. Okay. Now we instead of two force we may have three forces. Resultant we could have three-dimensional case. So just extension of the two-dimensional concept. Okay. Okay, now moment in three dimensions. For the time being, due to shortage of time, I am excluding this part. Moments in three dimensions, and that has been also excluded from the syllabus of the mechanics. Okay, but we can build the concept of the two-dimensional case. From the two-dimensional, we can get from the three-dimensional case. Okay, I'm skipping this. Moment about arbitrary axis. This is for also 3D. Now once again, resultant. F1, F2, F3, we can shift and we can have many other F1, F2, F3, M1, F1, F2, F3 lateral shift plus moment and resultant, and same concept we can be, it can be utilized for 3D. Now next is, interesting thing is equilibrium. Once we are considering of the equilibrium of the system, we should have two types of equilibrium. Force equilibrium and moment equilibrium. If it is moment equilibrium, but if it is not force equilibrium, moment equilibrium means they are collinear forces. Okay. Okay. It may be moment equilibrium, but they are coplanar system. It is not in equilibrium, but it may be force equilibrium system, but it is moment, not moment equilibrium. It may have couple. So both way we need both. So now we should understood equilibrium does not mean only equilibrium due to force. It is also include equilibrium due to moments. One example where there is force equilibrium but there is no moment equilibrium, that example is couple. Another example, there is one moment equilibrium is there but there is no force equilibrium. That is, they are collinear forces. Okay, they are line of extents of the forces are same. So both are important for us. Okay, now we call free body diagram. This is the most important diagram we call free body diagram. We want to isolate the systems from the surrounding and we want to draw the free body diagrams. Okay, so in the books you can get more information of the free body diagram, but in nutshell I want to tell you some salient point of the free body diagram. Okay, so what you have to do to draw the free body diagram, first of all you have to select the regions. Okay, you have to select the regions which is your region of interest. Now draw one cut boundary at your regions. If anything you want to have some imaginary cut, okay, there could be some internal force that will be exposed and that will act as the external forces. If in your free body diagram there is any contact, then you should supposed to represent the reaction force on the free boundaries. Okay. Next is, if you have any support and you want to remove the support, it should be represented by some reaction forces. Now see what is action and reaction. I can give you very funny examples. Like anybody like want to jump from the say first floor or second floor. Students, don't try this. Okay. Okay. So somebody want to jump from the roof, say. Okay. Or somebody want to have some free fall. When there is no support on when the man is in the air, or you throw one ball. When ball is in the air, it will not feel any reaction. Even it can feel that it is he or we are weightless. When we are in the air, not supported. But when we fall on the ground, we can feel some pain or some heat. Okay, at the lower portion of the feet, because there is some reactions. If there is no support, there will be no reactions. Okay. Once you have support, then only you have reactions. Now in any structures to be fixed properly, we need some reactions, we need some support. And in isolation or drawing the free body diagram, we want to remove that those of the supports, and we have to represent, we have to replace the support, we have to replace by support by using reaction forces. Now there could be three classic type of supports. One is roller support. Roller support is always will give only one directional reactions which is perpendicular to the surface. Number two, pin support. Pin support is such that it will allow some relative rotational movement, but translational degrees of freedom will be restricted. Okay, here one important things I told by mistake or by virtue. Okay, that is once again degrees of freedom. Okay, now you consider 2D case. I have one body like this.
Sir, please a break of 10 minutes.
Oh,
Sir,
oh.
please break.
Okay, okay. I forgot. Thank you for reminding. So, just a minute. So we can have 10 minutes break. Okay. Is it okay? 4:50 will be back.
Okay, sir.
Okay, fine.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.